So like, what do you think like Godzilla won, or what do you think he
Uh,
would win in a fight
No.
based off like the
so
newest movie?
so the first fight, I'm not really gonna count that because Godzilla had tons of
So like,
like
you agree that he was like incredibly suppressed?
yeah,
Okay,
I would
okay,
agree.
okay, nice.
But the second fight, they were basically equal. Like, and
Basically equal.
Godzilla,
I disagree with that. I would say that like King Kong had like more of a advantage. Like from a debating standpoint, let's take it like the both characters are like bloodlusted. They actually got move the space to move around. You agree with that?
okay.
Okay.
Um,
So one thing I would like also like to mention, like like at the beginning of the fight when like Godzilla just starts spamming his freaking laser, and like
yeah.
when he starts spamming, like Kong gets a huge hit over his back, he gets boned.
Mhm.
So from this point on, for the rest of the fight, he's like suppressed. He's already weakened, yet he's still able to like react to his beam with his axe, and it smashes him right in the face. So like
I mean,
I would just say that like a suppressed Kong is relative to like the force strength.
yeah, but not really though, cause
Based off what though? 'Cause we see him like completely react when he's already injured, and it got his entire back, right? So like, which would include the shoulders. So like, his movement should have automatically just been slowed down. Yeah, he's still able to match him.
I gotta go.
but hold
Right.
up.
So I'm gonna say like at force strength, if he didn't get like tagged at the beginning and he just like had his axe with him, right, and he already knew about his like the axe's like the ability to like absorb shit right from the get go, I would say if they're both bloodlusted, he just goes and stood up.
I
Because if
mean,
he's
but
already able to react to him when he's like already weakened, then if he's not weakened, he'd just be like so much better.
yeah, but for the first part of the fight, even when he's not like weakened or suppressed, Godzilla is still basically like basically shown that he's
That's without
strong.
the axe though. That's without the axe. Cause remember he jumps into the air, and then when he's in the air, which you would be a different speed, then he gets hit. He doesn't even get the chance to even use the axe. But later on, when like he has the axe in his hand, he's actually aiming it. He's actually knowing how to control it. He bodies the living f out of him. He reacts to his
Yeah,
being when he smashes him in the face.
yeah, but Kong. I mean, not Kong. Yeah, with the axe, sure, but
Yeah, I'm going with Kong with the axe. I could
okay,
care less
but
what he without the axe. Then I don't really think he has the AP without the axe, to be honest.
yeah,
But with the I'm going with the axe. So I think the AP with the scale, because assuming that like I think you would agree if I made the claim that like Godzilla's beam would be like his strongest thing. Would you agree with that?
yeah,
Well, which we have clearly been shown that like Kong even suppressed is able to react to it. Right, and during like the last altercation, we clearly know, but like if the axe gets hit more, it gets stronger over time, right? So like if he just starts off with his beam, and we're assuming that King Kong already knows how to use his axe at this point, he just reacts with it, comes in close. I just say he just one shots him because it's clearly shown that like he has the AP for it. If like what's it called? Godzilla was having trouble tagging that robot, yet like him with the AP was able just to completely slash it. So I feel
the
like
only
his AP would just like overscale him, especially if he gets hit with like if he's able to react with his beam.
I I feel like the only reason Kong would have died off rip like one if the people didn't like shut down like the one part of the robot against like Kong would have died to the what's it called um
Yeah, to the robot thing with the mecha.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm just saying like with the I'm talking about like with the AP, right? Because the AP would scale because the robot gets toned back on, and then you have what's it called? Godzilla hitting his axe. He gets this huge amp in power, and then he just casually slices it, right? Well, beforehand, he already hit him, and it barely did anything. If we was going off this assumption that way from the get-go, he uses his beam, he's able to react well suppressed. That meaning that if he isn't suppressed, he'll be able to react to it much quicker. He gets this gigantic power boost. He would just end up one-shotting Godzilla with his axe. if Godzilla doesn't have enough power to even damage it, yet with this powered up axe, he can just one shot the damn thing. And just slices his head, slices off the arms, and then he slices the leg, and then he slices him way down the back. Like, so like when it comes down to the AP, he's much higher. And when it comes down to speed, and when he's not heavily, if he's already suppressed and he's showing relativity, then when he isn't suppressed, he would just be much higher.
I mean, not really, because after King Kong like got that scar or whatever from the beam, he he didn't really stand a chance after that. Cause after that he broke his arm, and then he's got bitched the rest of basically the rest of the fight.
Are you talking about the second fight?
Yeah, the second fight.
Yeah, he's just more fatigued. I don't really think that matters. Because right from the get-go, right, like I said before, like right from the beginning, he's in a disadvantage because he can't do anything towards that beam until he realizes, oh shit, the axe can react to it, right? So the entire rest of the fight, he's just fatigued, like dead ass. I don't really think it matters, right? Okay, I think you would agree with me, like because of Godzilla's scales, he has a harder durability. Like you know how he like comes in and he smashes the head and there's a huge explosion. They both like jump back, right? They both get hit there. But Kong, logically speaking, because he doesn't have these scales, because his durability technically isn't as high as Godzilla was as clearly shown, he got more of an impact from that shot. So he would be more weakened and more fatigued from it. So like, I don't really think it matters that much. Because he's already fatigued, he's already weakened. Which like, sure, I can agree that you want to say he's relative, or if you want to go from that certain point in the story, sure you can say he's above him. Because he does beat him when he's that fatigued. But like, if
So
we're going off the assumption that they're not fatigued, they both have those stuff right from the beginning, then I believe that he would just one shot him because he's shown better feats when he's actually capable of fighting on Paul or on the ground and stuff. I think like Kong just shows like to be much better and to be also a smarter fighter in combat too. And I can explain why if you want me to.
I mean, yeah, I know he's smarter, but
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can't really think of any other.
Alright, so like, do you agree that like from the get-go, right? If like Godzilla's first thing to do is just to charge up, shoot the beam, right? As we know, if he's already suppressed, he's already able to react to it. So if he isn't suppressed, he's at 100%. Both characters are bloodlusted, obviously. Right? He's able to react to it, and he's just able just to slice him because it's clearly shown that like there's a major power difference between when his like axe isn't powered up and when it is.
Yes, sort of, but
Alright.
uh, I
So
I
you're
don't really
agreeing that
think.
the AP would scale, right? Just to make that clear.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Um, but I don't really think he could. Um, like, let's say he does charge up the axe, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't really. He would still have to hit Godzilla. So and
And
since
why
God,
wouldn't he be able to do that? Because he's showing relativity while like being heavily fatigued. At the beginning
I
of the
mean,
fight, right? Right from the beginning, he gets tagged by like all over his back, and then he comes back and he's showing relativity to his speed while being
when
like weakened at that point. So like if he isn't weakened, he would just automatically show like relativity. So they can be near close in strength, but like the second he gets hit, I mean not strength, speed. Second he gets hit once, he just gets screwed over.
are you saying fatigue King Kong is relative to Godzilla in speed or strength?
Speed.
Uh,
Because he's able to like react to his like beam of being like completely injured. Like you remember that, right? Like when he's like away from like when he's running throughout the city and he
yeah.
just gets smashed in the back by the beam and his entire back just gets like burned. So
Mhm.
from that entire point on, he just be weakened. And as I explained to you before, when they get like that huge explosion, he gets the bigger impact from it because he doesn't have like the ability to handle it. So then you actually have Godzilla taking the advantage from there. But that doesn't matter, right? If we're just going from them both bloodlusted, they would know this type of stuff, right? So from point this on, like it's showing much better that like the advantage would go to like King Kong, especially when you also agree that like King Kong is like smarter too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see.
I can see. GG man, GG.
Uh,